Are you at peace right now?
Yes.
Are you?
Yes.
What is the message that I always say? Today is,
Going to be my peaceful day.
and today is our peaceful days, right?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Let's all say that together one more time. Today is going to be our peaceful day. 1, 2, and 3.
Today is going to be our peaceful day.
One more time.
Today is going to be our peaceful day.
Even louder.
Today is going to be our peaceful day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope that this moment will live with us for the rest of our life. We will walk together on this path, this journey, to find peace, to spread peace throughout this nation, throughout this universe, so that this world will become a better place for all the future generations and ourselves to live. Will you walk with us?
Yes.
Even in this type of weather,
Yes.
any type of road, even roller coaster road, we will not give up.
Yes.
We would never give up, because this is the way to bring peace to ourselves and our family, our neighbors, our society, our country, and our world, so that we don't have to suffer anymore. I respectfully ask all of us here and all the people who follow us online and everywhere in this nation and around the world, always stay calm, patient, be mindful on everything we do, regardless of what the world throws into us. Rocks, lemons, bitter melons. It doesn't matter. We take them all. Rocks can be decorated in our garden, just like this garden here. If you walk around, all those rocks, all those carving, I and my team, the people here, and our venerable monks who did it many years, I collected all those rocks, and those rocks represent all kind of sufferings, all that burden on our shoulders. We collect them all to decorate our own garden. Can we do that?
Yes.
Any lemons that this world throwing at us, we collect it, make some lemonades, get some vitamin C.
Yes.
All those bitter melons the world throwing at us, we take them all, cook them, consume them, because they can treat diabetes. Please always stay calm, always, and always be mindful on everything we do. Do not multitask anymore. Try to stay away from your phone as much as possible. From now on, practice mindfulness every day. That is how we walk together. That is how we change this world together. The monks alone cannot make this happen, but require all of us. Remember that moment when we said, today is going to be our peaceful day together. With that energy, all the people can do that together. It will completely change this world. With just that energy alone, all of us receive the benefits of it already. Imagine all human beings doing it together. That is how we change this world together, and that is how we walk together on this path. So thank you so much for all the love, all the support. I cannot express my gratitude enough to all those in such weather days that you came out and stand in the cold shaking, offering us some flowers, water, snacks, some warm clothes, hand warmers, and everything, even a cup of tea in a freezing weather. all those moments and all the support from my team and the people around along the road that earlier we already mentioned them all. I cannot thank enough. But all these people and all of you will live with me for the rest of my life. And I promise you all that whenever you still will be able to walk on this path, I will walk with you all. And together, we will walk on this path. If you don't leave me, I will not leave you. That is my vow. In front of you all, I made that vow. In front of the Mahasangha, all the monks community. I make this vow in front of you. If you do not leave me, I will not leave you. We are as a family who walk together, who love each other, care for each other to make a difference. Thank you so much, everyone. May you all be well, be happy, and be peaceful.
Thank
Respected Mahasangha, good morning everyone. How are you this morning? Good? Can you hear me back there? Can you see us? No? A lot of people stand at the back cannot see this now here. Can you see me? Okay. Happy New Year. This is 2026. This is a new year. So we have to have a new us. Is that right? This is your first time being at the Buddhist monastery during the new year with the Venerable monks. Is that right? Most of us, right? Well, all Venerable monks were at the church with the pastors, with all the people during the Christmas already. And now you are here with the Venerable monks at the temple, Buddhist temple, for the new year. I believe this is a great new year. And this morning, as you can see, this is, I think, is your first experience seeing the rituals of the offering food to the Venerable monks. And last night was the last minute to announce to you all that today you get a chance, opportunity to offer food directly to our Venerable monk's bowl. Our tradition is to go for alms round, to collect the food from the people to fulfill our stomach, to survive and practice. And so, as you can see, all monks, we have our own bowl. This is a bowl that you've been seeing that we carry on our shoulder, right? This we call the alms bowl. You see it, right? So it's always with the monks on our shoulder every day. It's heavy, it's not light, okay? And so you can offer food, you can offer candy, snacks, things like that you can offer in here. And our Venerable monks will eat it from this bowl. Without this bowl, we cannot become a monk. So don't try to steal this bowl from the monk. Okay? Without this, we will die. Earlier, all the lay devotees, they take the 5 precepts. This is our tradition. Before doing anything, we take the 5 precepts. No killing, no stealing, no sex misconduct, no lying, and no alcoholic. Those are the 5 precepts that all the lay devotees, they always take before any other ceremony and almost every day is because we want to have a peaceful day. We want to protect ourselves from dangers. Once we practice to purify and to keep these 5 precepts every day, we will have peaceful day and we will be free from all kind of dangers. And this will lead us to we call nirvana, if we can keep them pure. That is why all the Buddhist temple, we always take the 5 precepts before we do any other ceremonies. And there are temples that every day people just go there to take the precept before they go to work. And so this is something new. We are not asking you all to convert or to take the precept. It's regardless you believe in the precept or not, it's the nature. It's there. It's not created by the Buddha. It's the nature. It's always there. The Buddha just opened it to show us it's there. You believe it or don't believe it, it's still there. Okay? So today is the New Year day. You're here gathering here because of the peace walkers. Then we start here for the we call Bindabat, arms round, to celebrate New Year with everybody before we take off again at 1 p.m. today. All those you didn't have time to prepare food or anything to offer to the monks. Is that right? Who have food and things to offer to the monk back there? Okay. Here's the thing. We also didn't have time to prepare for everybody to have a dish to offer to the monk either. But here's the thing. When the monks walk for alms round, even if we don't have anything to offer, I would like to ask you all to pay wholeheartedly to the monks when we walk in one line. And you rejoice with that meritorious deed with the people who have things to offer to the monks. We don't have material, but we have our heart, our mind. Is that right? That is much more important, okay? Even if you have food today, all of you offer food to the monk, we cannot eat them all. So with your heart, with your mind, to pay respect, to offer that heart, that thought to our venerable monks, that's more than enough. That means we will all have the same merit together, even though we don't have things to offer. And remember, who's here that remember the word sadhu? Okay, I repeat again, okay? S-A-D-U S-A-D-H-U. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu means I rejoice with this meritorious deed with the others. So if you don't have things to offer, you can recite that silently in your mind when the people offer as well. Okay? So we don't have much time left. I wish we have time to talk, to share, but let us all to do this together. And we will, if we have time later, we will pass out the string for you. Kayena vajaya vajeta sawam Uotte kukamang pakatang mayayang Uotte o patikan han tua janyatang jalan tale sang waritung bapute Kayena vajaya vajeta sawam Ame kukamang pakatang mayayang Amo patikan hantu ajanya tang kalantare sang waritung watame กายเยนวาจายาวาเจตัสสวาสังเคกุกมังปะกตังมายายังสังโฆปฏิอันตุหัจจยัสสะกาลันตะเรสังวาริตุวะสังเกยะถาวาลิวหาปุราปาริปุเรนติสาคลังเอวะมิวะอิโตทินังเปตนังอุปกปปติอิสิตังปัสสิตังสุมังคิปะเมวะสมินสันตุสัพเพปุเรนตุสังกปาจันโทปนะระโสยะถามณิโยติระโสยะถาติโยวิวันจันตุสัพพะโลกโควินาศตุมาเตภวันตรายโยสุขิติกายุโกภวะอภิวันทนาสิสเนจังวุฒาปัจจานิโนจัตตาโลธรรมาทันติอายุวันโนสุขังภารังอายุวัตตะโกธนวัตตะโกสิริวัตตะโกยสวัตตะโกภรวัตตะโกวันวัตตะโกสุขวัตตะโกโหตุสัพพทาตุกะโลกัปยาเวลาโสกัสสัตตุสุปัสสวะอเนกาอันตรายาปิวินาสันตุจเตสัสสะสยเสติทานังลาภังโสติกกายังสุขังพลังสิริอายุจวันโนจะโพพังวัฏเทจยัสสวัตจวัสสัจจะอายุจะสิวสิทธิภาวันตุเตอิมินาปุญญกรรเมนะอุปัจจายคุณุตตระอาจาริโยอาคาลจามาตาปิตาจายตกาปิยามะมังสุริโยจันติมาราสะกุณาวันตาลาปิจาภุมมามาราจาอินทาจตุโรกัปปะลาจาเทวตายะโมมิตามนุสัจจามัสสตาเวริกาปิจาสัพเพสัตตาทุกขิโหตุปุญญานิปะกตานิสุขังจติวิทังเยตุคิปังปะเปตาโวมาตังอิมินาปุญญากรรมเมนะอิมินาวุติเสนะจักขิปังสุรเพเทวานุปัฏฐานาเสธานังยิสัตตานินาสัมมาญาวานิวานาโตมะมังนันนันโตสัพพะทาเยวายตาสัตโตภเวโหตุสิตังสัตติปัญญาสะเลโคอิยัมหินามาลาปันตุโนจุนจาวิเยสุเมพุทธาวิปาวาโลนาโตธัมโมนาโตวาโลธัมโมนาโตปัจเจกาพุทโธจะสังโฆนาโตตะโลมามังเตโสธัมมานุภาเวนะโลกัสสังลาคันตุมาตุขปัตตาจานิทุกขาพยากตาจานิพยาภาวตาจานิโสกาวันตุสัพเพปานิโนทวตาจามิสัมปตังจะสัมปตังสัพเพเทวานุโมทันตุสัพเพสัตตาเวราโหตุสัพเพสัตตาวายาปัจจาโหตุสัพเพสัตตาอนิกาโหตุสัพเพทุกขิอัตนังปริหารันตุสุขิสุขิปฏิสังขายโยนิโสบินดาบตังวะติเทวามิเนวัตวายนามันตายนามันตานายนาวิโพสนาย ยาวะเทวะอิมัสสกายาสัตติติยายาปนายาวิหิงสุปรติยาภูมิจาริยานุกายาอิติปุลานัญจเวทนังปฏิหังคามินาวันจเวทนังนาอุปติสามิยาตราจะมีอนาวาสตาจาปาสุยหาโลจาติ Let us all recite together Sadhu Tikam. Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. พากันเรียนแถวมันเป็นแถวเด้อปฏิบิณฑบาตออกไปแล้วบาทใหญ่มาอยู่ข้างหน้าสำหรับปัจจัยใส่บาทใหญ่แล้วก็สำหรับข้าวปลาอาหารนั่นเท่ากับจะได้กอดใส่บาทนี่แต่ว่าเขาบาทใหญ่เขาว่าตนาพ่อแม่ครูบาอาจารย์บาทใหญ่ให้สุกได้ที่ขอใส่ดมหรือว่าในการสักการมาสุกบาทใหญ่
Need you to all to move back, please. We need more of you to move back, please. Yes, because we're going to have that silver bowl, that silver alms bowl, that's going to be in the front. Please move back. Yes, thank you. So, that silver alms bowl is going to come in front of all the monks, and right behind the alms bowl, they'll be walking behind. So we're just going to give this space. For those that did bring your food, your snacks, to offer, most of us are already sitting up here, like Ajahn Bhante Pannakara had mentioned earlier. For those that did not bring, it's due to the fact that we didn't have enough time to advise our general public who have joined us today. But in your heart, please rejoice your merit making with us this morning within your heart. So as they are rolling this big silver alms bowl, you can also, if you like, to let your offer monetary in an envelope that few of us have already, our volunteers have given out to you, if you like, or if you have cash, $1 or whatever, it's all up to you. You could also place your offering or donation monetary inside of the silver alms bowl as the silver alms bowl cart is proceeding or in front of our monks. ก็ขอพระเพชรเข็นโดยบาทใหญ่ไปข้างหลังพระก่อนโคกมาทั้งที่จากเพิ่นว่าจากตะเวนออกเขาจงนำพาโดยส่งไปข้างหลังขั้นหมุนได้โดย so we're just repositioning our silver alms bowl because the directions from the sunrise we have to go to certain compass as the way the sun is coming from that direction. We have just informed the correct ways of almsgiving per our head monk. Call volunteers. If we have volunteers, please, with the baskets, because we need to get all your assistance. Any meal, they already prepared, but we need them out here. ตาตาเนาะขนาดเนาะโดยถ้าเพิ่นเตรียมพร้อมเรียบร้อยที่เอา so because as they're carrying their alms bowl, it's going to be heavy, right? So we need the help for them to put all their snacks, their food over into a basket. So our volunteers, we have them ready. Call volunteer เนาะอนิสรณ์เตรียมเพิ่นออกมาเพิ่นเตรียม Okay, perfect. ได้แล้วเห็นพอขอบใจเด้อพอเด้อ We all normally kneel to give our offering, but in this case, because we're carting the silver alms bowl through a mat, we got the permission to stand up if need be, if you can, because of the convenience of rolling the cart. ถ้าผู้ใดมีปัจจัยที่จะเทรนอาจารย์หรือว่าใส่ในของยามเพิ่นหามได้ในมื้อนี้เด้อขนาดขอให้เอาแต่ปัจจัยใส่ในบาทใหญ่บาทสีน้ำเงินขนาด the big alms go only เนาะคันผู้ใดลูกหลานอยากเอา give the offering not into the bag that they're carrying or into the small alms bowl that they're carrying, but into the silver big alms bowl only. Because it's now it's restricted or the protocol I would say and how the procedure, but because of today, for Ajahn says that's all goes in one big silver bowl for the offering. Normally they do carry their own bags and they do and accept the offering, offering monetary, money into the bags, but not in today's ceremony. For those that's all here that's joined us this morning, thank you for your patience as all our venerable monks will soon be passing all of us here. So at the moment right now, we're doing the almsgiving as Venerable Bhikkhu Pannakara had mentioned earlier. Whatever you want to bring in regards to food, snack, that's usually our offering to our venerable monks. That's our tradition, our culture as a Buddhist. So this is the ceremony that you see earlier. They were chanting all positive verbiage messages, even our generations not understand because it has been slowly interpreted to us. But the language, it's in Bali. Yeah, as a Buddhist, chanting earlier again. We do have later on, I'm not sure today, if you would like to understand more some literature, but not to give out today, but if you have more interest in understanding every word or the precepts that Ajahn did mention before any ritual or ceremony, there's 5 precepts that is to take, which he mentioned. Thou shalt not lie, shall not steal, conduct any sexual. And then, did I get all 5? Almost. Shall not, yes, abuse, alcohol abuse, thou shalt not lie, shall not steal, sexual, and misconduct. And thou shalt not kill. There you go. See, I think I'm just looking at you. I'm so overwhelmed with happiness that we honestly did not expect this much crowd due to the fact that we got our messages in regarding to this morning ceremony very late. Like I did mention earlier, that we found out that they were going to extend their stay, all the venerable monks, at like 9 p.m. after we regroup. So they have probably not as much rest as they expected because Hante himself was going around. He was the last to enter to go in for all the retreats, for all the monks, probably 9 o'clock, because they were giving out the peace string, which he mentioned earlier. We do have that still today to give out. So next time we do have this annually at our temple, every New Year, this Almsgiving, and many other occasions throughout the year, different occasion, different reasons. But today normally is the largest because you're all here. Yes, you would see more locals. You see our outfit, our blouse, silk top, many of our parents, our children that's learning this culture, this tradition, and more of what they've heard from the message of our venerable monks and our other local monks that have traveled from Havisham County, DeKalb County, Gwinnett, of course, with the help of yesterday with the Gwinnett and Snellville's police department. We had a full house, much more of this was all gated up, and today we had to use this because they thought it was all over after 6 o'clock. But we have 2 police officers that stayed here to keep our Venerable monks safe for their overnight. So, which is wonderful. And if you all did miss, we had yesterday a surprise from Martin Luther King III was here. Yes, I did not know. Somebody handed me a note. He came so quietly sitting back there. Somebody's like, do you guys know who that is? Okay. Could we have a speech from you? He's like, yes, it would be an honor. On top of that, who really helped us make this happen? Our chairwoman, Nicole Love Hendrickson, Gwinnett County chairwoman from Gwinnett. Last minute too. The reason is we were prepared for January 3rd for our venerable monks, for their arrival. But they reached us sooner. So they said, we're going to come and celebrate New Year's Eve with everyone here. So we had 48 hours to prepare. Yes. Oh, yes. We were just, definitely, we want to get the photo up and to appreciate, to thank our Gwinnett Police and Snellville Police later to have their photo with all our venerable monks. I was just asked, definitely, because so much has happened within last night. A lot of us, of all the volunteers that stepped in, it's like, okay, if I have a tag, I become a volunteer. Yes, yes. So we are so appreciative of everyone. I'm sure we all are here. Like Venerable Monk have reminded us, for a reason, for the sake of peace, humanity. As you see the symbol of the bird, or the flag, and all of you have looked closely. We here as to receive them in our community, Lao American community, Vietnamese, Burmese, Cambodian.
There is a profound and often overlooked question that hovers beneath the surface of our busy, modern lives, a question that we rarely stop to ask ourselves, let alone answer with honesty. It is the question that Venerable Bhikkhu Pannakara, a spiritual leader of the Walk for Peace pilgrimage, poses to the shivering crowd gathered before him in the biting cold of a winter morning. Are you at peace right now? It seems simple, almost deceptively so, yet in a world that thrives on constant motion, agitation, and the relentless pursuit of the next achievement, this inquiry strikes at the very core of our human experience. Standing there, amidst the wind and the gray skies, the venerable monk does not ask about our bank accounts, our job titles, or our 5-year plans. He asks about the quality of our hearts in this singular, fleeting moment. And when the crowd affirms their peace, he offers a mantra, a chant that is less a statement of fact and more a radical intention, a vow taken against the entropy of the world. Today is going to be my peaceful day. There is a distinct kind of magic in hearing a crowd of people, strangers to one another, chanting this together. Today is going to be our peaceful day. 1, 2, 3 times, the volume rising, the conviction deepening. In the American landscape, where we are often taught that peace is a luxury reserved for retirement or a vacation, this declaration is an act of rebellion. It suggests that peace is not something we find at the end of the road, it is the road itself. It suggests that we have agency over the climate of our own minds, regardless of the weather outside. The monk's invitation is not to ignore the reality of the world, the cold wind, the hard roads, the roller coaster terrain of our lives, but to decide, consciously and collectively, that we will meet it with a steady heart. This moment, where hundreds of voices merge to claim peace as their birthright, serves as a powerful reminder that we are not victims of our circumstances. We are the architects of our inner landscape. By setting this intention at the very break of day, we are planting a flag in the soil of the present moment, declaring that no matter what chaos ensues, the sanctuary of peace is already established within us. However, a skeptic might ask, how can we claim a peaceful day when the world is so full of suffering? It is easy to be peaceful when the sun is shining and the road is flat, but what about when life throws us obstacles? Here, the wisdom of the pilgrimage shifts from high intention to practical alchemy. The monk speaks with a disarming humor and a profound depth about the inevitability of hardship. He acknowledges that the world will throw things at us. It will throw rocks, it will throw lemons, it will throw bitter melons. In our standard Western approach to well-being, we are often taught to dodge these things, to insulate ourselves with comfort, to buy our way out of inconvenience, or to numb ourselves against pain. But the mindfulness perspective offered here is entirely different. It does not teach avoidance, it teaches transformation. Consider the metaphor of the rocks. To the average person, a rock thrown at them is an assault, a burden, something to be resented or feared. It represents the heavy, immovable obstacles of life, a diagnosis, a debt, a loss, a difficult relationship. We carry these rocks on our shoulders, and they crush us. But the venerable monk points to the garden surrounding the temple. I collected all those rocks, he says, and those rocks represent all kinds of sufferings. Instead of discarding them or letting them weigh him down, he used them to build something beautiful. He used them to decorate the garden. This is a staggering shift in perspective. What if the very things we think are ruining our lives are actually the raw materials for our character? What if our trauma, our grief, and our struggles are the stones we use to pave the path of compassion? By placing the rocks in the garden, we are not denying their weight, we are changing their purpose. We are saying, this happened, and I will make it part of the beauty of my life. The same logic applies to the lemons and bitter melons. We have all heard the cliché about making lemonade, but there is a deeper medicinal truth in the monk's analogy of the bitter melon. In many Asian cultures, bitter melon is a staple food, known for its ability to treat ailments like diabetes. It tastes terrible to the unrefined palate, sharp, biting, and overwhelming. Yet, it heals. Life, too, throws us bitter experiences, failure, rejection, humiliation. Our instinct is to spit them out, to reject the taste of them. But a mindful approach asks us to cook them, consume them, to digest the bitterness because it contains the medicine we need to grow. It treats the diabetes of our ego, our arrogance, and our complacency. By accepting the sour and the bitter alongside the sweet, we stop fighting against the texture of our lives. We become alchemists of the spirit, capable of standing in the freezing cold and feeling the warmth of our own resilience, capable of taking the debris of the world and building a sanctuary. Yet, this internal alchemy requires a focused mind, and this brings us to one of the most challenging aspects of modern existence, our fractured attention. After speaking of rocks and lemons, the monk issues a directive that feels almost counter-cultural in our hyper-connected society. Do not multitask anymore. Try to stay away from your phone as much as possible. In the United States, we wear busyness like a badge of honor. We are addicted to the glow of the screen, the ping of the notification, the illusion that we can be in 5 places at once. We eat while we scroll, we drive while we text, we talk while we type. We are everywhere, and therefore, we are nowhere. The instruction to stop multitasking is not just about productivity, it is about intimacy with life. When we are constantly distracted, we cannot catch the rocks or squeeze the lemons, we just get hit by them. We are anesthetized. The monk's plea to be mindful on everything we do is a call to return to the sacredness of the single task. When we walk, just walk. When we listen, just listen. When we drink a cup of tea, just drink the tea. It sounds simple, but it is the hardest practice of all. The phone has become our pacifier, a way to avoid the discomfort of the present moment. If we feel lonely, we scroll. If we feel bored, we swipe. If we feel anxious, we check the news. By constantly escaping the now, we sever our connection to the very peace we are chanting for. Mindfulness is the act of reclaiming our agency from these devices. It is the decision to inhabit our lives fully, without mediation. The monk emphasizes that we must be calm, patient, and mindful, regardless of what the world throws into us. This stability of mind cannot be cultivated if our attention is fragmented into 1,000 digital shards. To walk the path of peace, we must relearn the art of solitude and silence. We must be brave enough to sit with ourselves, with no entertainment, and just be. It is in that space, the space between thoughts, the space where the phone is put away, that we discover the vastness of our own awareness. We realize that we don't need to be constantly stimulated to be happy, we just need to be present. This presence is the foundation of the peaceful day. It is the anchor that holds us steady when the winds of life begin to blow. This steadiness, however, is not a solitary achievement. One of the most moving themes of the pilgrimage is the realization that while we must walk our own path, we never walk it alone. The monk speaks of the roller coaster road, the ups and downs of the journey, and asks, Will you walk with us? The enthusiastic yes from the crowd is not just a promise to hike a certain number of miles, it is a vow of community. In a culture that often prizes individualism and self-reliance, we frequently forget how fragile we are in isolation. We try to carry our rocks alone. We try to heal our bitterness in private. But the spiritual path is a collective endeavor. The monk offers a vow that brings tears to the eyes of anyone who has ever felt abandoned or marginalized. If you do not leave me, I will not leave you. He repeats it, anchoring it in the presence of the Maha Sangha, the great community, and the laypeople alike. We are as a family, we walk together, we love each other, care for each other. This is the antidote to the epidemic of loneliness that plagues the modern world. Peace is not just an internal state, it is a relational one. It is knowing that when you stumble on the roller coaster road, there is a hand reaching out to catch you. It is knowing that when the weather is freezing, someone will offer you a warm coat or a cup of tea. The transcript describes the scene of people offering flowers, water, snacks, and hand warmers to the walkers. These small acts of kindness are the glue of the universe. They transform a grueling physical trek into a pilgrimage of love. When the monk says, "I cannot express my gratitude enough," and "you will live with me for the rest of my life," he is highlighting the permanence of these connections. A moment of shared struggle, a moment of shared support, creates a bond that transcends time. This is the definition of Sangha, a community of friends who support each other's awakening. We are reminded that we are not separate entities fighting for survival, but cells in a single body. When one part of the body is cold, the other part offers warmth. When one part is tired, the other offers strength. To walk for peace is to walk in step with humanity, synchronizing our heartbeats, realizing that my peace is inextricably dynamic with yours. We cannot be well if our neighbor is suffering, and so we vow, "I will not leave you." This spirit of interconnectedness flows naturally into the practice of generosity, or dana, which was vividly displayed during the New Year's alms round. In the West, we often view generosity through the lens of transaction or abundance. We give only when we feel we have enough, or we give with the expectation of recognition. We worry that we are too poor, too busy, or too depleted to be generous. But the scene at the temple challenges this scarcity mindset. As the monks prepared to walk with their alms bowls, the silver bowl, and the traditional bowls carried on their shoulders, the monk addressed those who came empty-handed. "We don't have material, but we have our heart, our mind, is that right?" That is much more important. He introduced the concept of sadhu, a Pali word that roughly translates to, "it is well," or, "I rejoice." The instruction was profound in its simplicity. Even if you have no food to offer, no money to give, you can stand on the sidelines, watch others giving, and say, "Sadhu." You can rejoice in their goodness. And in that act of rejoicing, you receive the same merit as the person who gave the gift. This is a radical democratization of spiritual wealth. It means that generosity is not a function of your wallet, it is a function of your heart. This practice of sympathetic joy destroys envy and competition. In a consumerist society, we are trained to look at what others have and feel a pang of lack. Why do they have that car? Why can they afford that vacation? But on the path of peace, when we see someone doing good or receiving good, we say sadhu. We make their joy our joy. We participate in the energy of giving without needing to possess the physical item. The monk reminds us that the alms bowl is essential. Without this bowl, we will die, because it represents the interdependence of the monastic and lay communities. But the spiritual nourishment goes both ways. By offering our heart, our respect, and our joy, we are filling our own inner bowls. We are declaring that we are rich in spirit. Whether we are placing an envelope in the silver bowl or simply bowing with hands pressed together in the freezing cold, the act is the same. It is the opening of the fist, the letting go of self-interest, and the embrace of a generous way of being. But how do we sustain this openness? How do we protect this fragile peace once we leave the supportive atmosphere of the temple and return to the grit of daily life? The monk offers a practical framework, the 5 precepts. Often, in the West, we hear the word precepts or commandments, and we recoil, thinking of judgment, restriction, or religious dogma. We value our freedom, and we don't want to be told what to do. However, the monk reframes the precepts: no killing, no stealing, no sexual misconduct, no lying, no intoxicants, not as rules imposed by a judgmental God, but as laws of nature, akin to gravity. It's not created by the Buddha, it's the nature, it's always there. He presents the precepts as a safety net, a form of protection. We want to protect ourselves from dangers. If we look closely at our lives, most of our drama, our stress, and our rocks come from violating these basic principles. When we lie, we have to remember the lie, creating anxiety. When we steal or cheat, we live in fear of being caught. When we abuse substances, we cloud the mind that we are trying so hard to make peaceful. The new year, new us, that the monk calls for is an invitation to step into the safety of ethical living. It is not about being a good person for a gold star. It is about creating the conditions where peace can actually survive. Imagine a life where you never have to look over your shoulder, where your conscience is as clear as the morning sky. That is the promise of the precepts. They are the guardrails on the roller coaster road. By keeping them, we purify our days. We make ourselves a safe harbor for others. The monk emphasizes that one does not need to convert to Buddhism to understand this. It is universal. If we want a peaceful day, we must plant the seeds of peace in our actions. We cannot plant seeds of chaos, deceit, harm, intoxication, and expect a harvest of tranquility. The new you for the new year is simply a person who has decided to stop creating their own suffering. As the ceremony concludes and the essay of this morning reaches its end, we are left with a vision of what is possible. The monk speaks of the energy generated by the crowd, the ripple effect of thousands of people holding the same peaceful intention. With just that energy alone, all of us receive the benefits of it already. Imagine all human beings doing it together. This is the final, soaring hope of the walk for peace. It moves from the personal, my peaceful day, to the universal, change this world together. We are sent back out into the world, perhaps back to our traffic jams, our office politics, and our noisy homes. But we carry something with us. We carry the knowledge that we can transmute rocks into gardens. We carry the reminder to put down the phone and pick up our life. We carry the vow that we are never alone, that we are walking in a vast, invisible family. We carry the joy of sadhu, the wealth of a generous heart. And we carry the protective shield of our own integrity. The cold wind may still blow, and the road may still rise and fall, but we have a mantra to whisper when the world gets loud. We can take a breath, look at the chaos, smile at the lemons and the bitter melons, and say with unshakable conviction, today is going to be our peaceful day. And in saying it, we make it so.